this is a fascinating topic.
Yeah.
Because we do this more than anybody. We're prisoners of the moment.
Sure.
After we saw Jameis, we all picked them to win the next week. They got boat raced. Is anybody on this panel going to trick themselves, or your word, con themselves into thinking that maybe in a year that seems to be down in terms of that 7th playoff spot, if they win Sunday, are we going to suddenly say, wait a minute, maybe there's a chance they make the playoffs?
I'm not going to say it, but if Jameis plays well and the Browns play a really good game and win convincingly, there will be fans that will con themselves into it, no doubt about it, because, especially if the Broncos also lose. Right now the Broncos are the last playoff team at 5-5. They're playing, I can't remember who they're playing. They're playing, I feel like, Atlanta, I think. So,
correct, Atlanta.
Yeah, so they could definitely lose to Atlanta.
Sure.
And so if the Browns are 3-7 and the last wild card spot is 5-6, record-wise, it's not that much of a push. Now, if you look at the Browns' schedule, they have the second toughest schedule the rest of the season.
That's why
they're not going
no.
to the playoffs.
Yeah, right.
But fans can convince themselves of anything.
We've seen it.
And I get it.
Especially our fans.
Yeah.
To me, being at the game, being in the locker room after the game, the season ended in Washington. When they lost to the Commanders, that was it. I was out on them at 1-4. I haven't budged on that, even when they won to go to, 2-6 or whatever it was, 2-7, and people were trying to talk.
Why? Were you getting like a white flag vibe?
It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Nothing in that locker room felt right. Just didn't like what I was hearing coming out of that. And ever since that game, I've just kind of thought the season was over.
The eye test tells you they ain't got enough. It's just simple as that. They ain't got enough. They don't have high enough quarterback play. They don't have the offensive line play as far as run blocking. It's not been there. Nick Chubb, obviously, you can't count on him to do that. You move guys like Amari Cooper. You move a guy like Zadarius Smith. Those, even though they weren't playing that well, those guys made your team better. Like you're worse without those players unequivocally. And so, no, they're not. You're not going to talk yourself into it. What the Cleveland Browns need to do is kind of what Jason alluded to. They need to have a Greg Williams resurgence. They need to, if you play well down the stretch, I think Greg Williams went 5-3, was competitive in all those games. What you want to see is an evaluation period from Kevin Stefanski to see if he can turn some things around, or if you possibly could have a bridge-type quarterback or figure things out with some young players. But as far as that playoff stuff, that's not happening.
Yeah. What do you think the Browns' win total is going to be at the end of this year right now? 4?
I think they're going to stumble into 2 more.
Yeah. If it was me, this would be the last week Jameis Winston plays quarterback.
Yeah, because you have to evaluate DTR. What do you have?
If he's healthy, if the finger's healthy, and I don't know that we know that 100%, but if he's ready to go, I would play Dorian from I don't know why they're still
that's going to be
Jameis.
harder to do if he plays well and they win.
Sure. Yeah. Which is why I would.
But I agree with you. Everything that you do from here on out has to have intent.
Right.
And the intent on him is he the guy? And I don't think he is. But let's definitively figure that out.
Right.
I think I'd play him next week against Pittsburgh. Throwing DTR in his first game against Pittsburgh, the way they're playing defense.
Hey, you're an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, you're going to see him twice a year no matter what.
And you're going to have to decide.
He beat him last year.
You're going to have to decide whether or not you're going to be losing these games or not. Because, listen, we talked to Bernie. It's quarterback time. He said there's 2 quarterbacks, and they're going to go 1 and 2 in his mind.
I've never got the impression from the Browns that they view Jameis Winston as a long-term solution at quarterback. So stop wasting your time.
Yeah, move on.
You're just wasting time.
Do you think they really view DTR as a long-term solution?
No, I don't.
I don't think they've ruled him out yet.
I know they don't view Jameis that way. So what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you wasting time?
All right, we're taking a break. Browns talk is done, except for our headlines, which are coming up at the end of the show. But coming up next, will the Cavs move to 14-0 tonight?